This is what community looks like. This is what community looks like.
This is what community looks like. This is what community looks like. This is what community looks like.
El pueblo unido. Pueblo unido.
Jamás será vencido.
El pueblo unido.
Jamás será vencido.
El pueblo unido.
Jamás será vencido.
El pueblo unido.
Jamás será vencido.
Good.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
Show them what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Pueblo unido.
Out of Maryland.
Out of Maryland.
Out of Maryland.
Ice out of Maryland. Ice out of Maryland. Ice out of Maryland. Ice out of Baltimore. Ice out of Baltimore. Ice out of Baltimore. Ice out of Baltimore. Ice out of Baltimore.
No fear, no hate, no ice in our state.
No fear, no hate, no ice in our state.
No fear, no hate, no ice in our state.
No fear, no hate, no ice in our state.
No fear, no hate, no ice in our state.
No fear, no hate, no ice in our state.
No fear, no hate, no ice in our state.
No fear, no hate, no ice in our state. No hate, no ice in our state. No fear, no hate, no ice in our state. No fear, no hate, no ice in our state. No fear, no hate, no ice in our state. No fear, no hate, no ice in our state. No fear, no hate, no ice in our state. No fear, no hate, no ice in our state. No fear, no hate, no ice in our state. El pueblo unido
Jamás será vencido.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido
Jamás será vencido.
el pueblo unido. El pueblo unido.
Jamás será vencido.
El pueblo unido.
Jamás será vencido.
Jamás será vencido. Unido. Jamás será vencido. Unido. Jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido. Jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido. Jamás será vencido. 24 times education. Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. rights are under attack. What do we do?
Stand up like that.
Freedom of our rights are under attack. What do we do?
Stand up like that.
Freedom of our rights are under attack. What do we do?
Stand up like that.
Freedom of our rights are under attack. What do we do?
Stand up like that.
Freedom of our rights are under attack. What do we do?
Stand up like that.
Immigration.
Pro or against?
Against. Yeah. Huh?
Are you joining or just filming?
Family.
Okay. Stay safe.
Alright.
I want to make sure you're safe.
Yeah. I was trying to get a good shot on the bridge. That's all I got behind, yeah.
Out of Baltimore.
Ice out of Baltimore! 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 Out of Baltimore! Ice out of Baltimore! Out of Baltimore! Ice out of Baltimore! El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Jamás será vencido. Unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido.
Commemorating those that have been kidnapped from our communities. So we've written some testimonials about people who have been taken, kidnapped, and we can read those. We have flowers. The idea is that you can come up, read a testimonial, and leave a flower on the steps. Also, if you have someone that you'd like to hold up in particular and want to come up and take a flower, state that person's name. We just felt that it is a good way to wrap things up at the end of this march by remembering that these are human beings who have been taken from our communities, and we're going to keep fighting until justice is served. So. Hello, so I will do the first flower, and then anybody else that would like to, we will invite you to come up, do another, and if we have no takers, then I'll read more things. So, for the first one, for Kilmar Arbrego Garcia. Yeah. He is a Maryland father. He is finally back in the United States, but still continues to have his rights violated by this administration as they carry out a cruel show trial in Nashville, far from home and far from his family.
Anyone else want to do one? Hey, all right.
Yeah, please.
Then we'll talk. Hey, listen. Everyone will get
plenty of flowers. Yes. Oh. Sorry. For Kilmar's wife, Jennifer Vasquez Sura, and his children who miss him and need him.
Does anyone else want to do one? Don't have to feel. No one has to do it.
Say her name, Elsie Barrios. For Elsie Barrios, a Westminster mother who was ripped from her car and her family and remains in detention after her bond was denied.
For Karen Cruz Barrios, her daughter, who bravely filmed and shared the encounter that occurred while the two were on their way to work together, without which we would be in the dark about the lengths to which ICE will go. For Yormi Daniel Carmona Batista, an 18-year-old who was disappeared to CCOT by the Trump administration. Yormi was awaiting a scheduled immigration hearing, but was sent to CCOT without due process instead. Shame!
We stand in solidarity with Andre Fernandez Romero, a gay man from Venezuela who was in the process of seeking asylum, whose quest for safety in America became a nightmare because he was deported to CCOT. Shame! Shame!
We stand in solidarity for all the families who are still looking for answers. They don't know if their missing loved ones have been seized because ICE has not revealed their name, and they have not been recognized in ICE's cruel propaganda videos. Shame! Shame!
Look at the road because I am from Louisiana. From Mahmoud Khalil, who remains a detention in Louisiana after being arrested on March the 8th simply for resisting his First Amendment rights. He still has not been able to hold his newborn child. For Melissa Tribe, a wife and mother of 4 children from Hagerstown, who has been in ICE custody since May 12th, as the administration attempts to deport her to Vietnam, a country she hasn't stepped foot in since she was a teenager.
Anybody else? All right.
And if you know someone that we haven't listed, feel free also to just come up and hold that person up as well.
Yes. All right. We don't have any other takers. For all of the 238 men who have been imprisoned without due process in CCOT since March, including 137 Venezuelan men. These men have been sentenced to life in a concentration camp, and we don't continue to fight for the justice they deserve. Want to do a flower? Go for it.
I would like to, we'll put in place the rest, but I would like to hold up all of the protesters in LA who are fighting for their communities, fighting for their community members who have been stolen. All protesters all over the country who are fighting for their communities and fighting for justice that immigrant people deserve in our communities. So we hold them all up. I did want to uplift one more name. Just as I was leaving work today, I thought, I know that Mahmoud Khalil isn't the only person who's been imprisoned by ICE because of his Palestinian solidarity work. Well, not even really solidarity, he is a Palestinian. And this name that I wanted to uplift today is another young Palestinian student from Columbia University who's still in ICE custody. Her name is, and I'm probably butchering it, but Lekwa Cordia. And yeah, it's not just one person. So since March, I think actually, she has been in ICE custody in Texas as well, Lake Concordia.
Here, I got you.
Just a reminder that we don't need ICE.
That's right.
We don't need ICE.
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 We need compassion.
We need compassion.
We need empathy.
We need empathy.
We need community.
We need community.
But we definitely do not need ICE.
We don't need ICE.
Every Monday we are here. There will be multiple organizations. Democracy 12 marchers that are coming from Philadelphia will be here to stop in Baltimore on their way to D.C. There are indivisibles that will be here next week. We encourage all organizations to reach out. You can give me a hey if you guys want to participate. It's so important that we get all of our organizations together so that we can communicate, so that we can advocate, so that we can push forward and do something with this terrible situation that all of our immigrant neighbors and all of us are living in. We can do something. We can fix it. Thank you guys so much for coming today.
All right, We'll see you out next Monday, 5 p.m. every week until ICE is abolished.
Hey y'all, also, if anybody came here alone and doesn't have a buddy to walk back to your car or to a bus or whatever, when you might be to get home, let us know. Like, we have lots of marshals here who can help get you